welcome back to my channel. Also, if you are new, welcome. Today's video is jam-packed full of cleaning motivation. We have some deep cleaning projects that I don't love doing but need to get done, some decluttering, some organizing, just a little bit of everything. But starting on day one, I am just quickly tidying up the bedroom. My main goal for today was to deep clean our family room rug, and this is a project I don't ever look forward to doing because it's just an all-day process, and our rug is I want to say not a 8 by 10. I think it's a 9 by 13. So it's a very large rug. So this is a huge project to get done, but you're going to see here in a minute why I do it, because it truly makes a huge difference. But like I said, just starting out in the bedroom. That way, when I take a break, I have somewhere that I can go and relax. This is why I love starting out in the bedroom first every time. It's just nice to have one place in the house where you can go, relax, and not have to stress about the day-to-day things going on.
It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
I know a question I get all the time is, how do I keep the house clean with having so many different animals between the ones that are outside and the ones that are inside? And my biggest tip to anyone is dusting and vacuuming. I feel like if you have a good routine of dusting and vacuuming, it never really gets overwhelming and it keeps up with it, because yes, the animal hair and dust and dirt that builds up when you have pets is insane, but I just make it where I do a little bit every day and then it never gets so overwhelming. So just quickly going with the Swiffer. You can see today I'm going in with the wet dust just because honestly, I just sometimes love the way it smells to do it that way. But that is my biggest tip if you have animals and you are trying to keep the house clean with said animals. Now, for doing a thorough deep cleaning on my rug, I like to take it outside. So I am just moving everything out here on the patio to the side. This day was kind of gloomy, but also the only other good area for me to put it is our driveway. And this is a project that to have it dry completely, it takes some time. So it's just a lot easier to bring it out here, lay it out, and not have to worry about having to get in and out of the driveway and running over the rug and everything like that. But along with that, I also had to come inside and move all the furniture to get this rug out of the way. Don't let this fool you. This is not an easy project at all. This rug is heavy and moving all this furniture is heavy. But at this point, Bobby was still out of town, so it was up to me.
All the girls get weaker just by looking at you. Those big brown eyes always take over the room. Yeah, you can make me laugh and cry just by being around. If heaven's door is open, it's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile.
One big thing to do though, whenever you are doing any type of cleaning of your rugs, is give it a really, really thorough vacuuming. This is sped up, so it looks like I'm going a lot faster than I actually am. But when you do this, make sure to go slow, really take your time, because the rugs get a lot cleaner, a lot faster when you do a really good vacuuming and get all that dog hair out, dirt, dust, anything that's lingering in your rug. You really, really want to get it all out. So yeah, rolling up this rug and carrying it outside. Oh, it is a beast. I tried to get it as even as possible, but like it's not very even. And it's just basically muscling it out the door so I can get it out. So you might be wondering why I do it this way, why I don't just run my shampooer like normal. And you're going to see here in a second, and this is with regular shampooing and keeping it clean, that these just get very grungy. And part of that is with any shampooer, it's really hard to get out all of the soap and residue and things like that. So being able to bring it outside and power wash it just makes it where you are really thoroughly, one, rinsing it of any product and everything. So first things first, I do a really good power wash on it. I then do come back with some carpet shampoo solution, but I try and do this really good power washing right away. And you can see just by power washing it makes a massive, massive difference.
Mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
This is absolutely something that if you have a rug that you just think is past its wear, like it's just not coming clean anymore and you're just thinking you're going to have to buy a new one, if you have a power washer, I highly recommend giving this a try. It could save you a couple $100s by doing this. Like I said, I only do this about once a year because it is definitely a project, but it makes a huge, huge difference. Now, I did decide on this day that I was also going to do the bathroom rug because this one gets really grimy really fast because Bailey loves sleeping on it. And it's a little bit easier to get done. This rug I actually do a lot more often, mainly because it's easy to move around. I love doing this rug though because, like I said, it gets really, really grimy. Our St. Bernard is very drooly sometimes, but even more than drooly, it's just the dogs go outside, they roll around in the grass, and then when they come inside and lay on a light rug like this, it's just naturally going to get grimier a lot faster. On this day though, I did decide to use my Autobahn. This stuff I really like when it comes to their carpet shampooer. I also really love the OxyClean stuff, and I just kind of sprinkled it all over. I didn't use a crazy amount, but just enough to get it really in there. I started with this scrubber, and it worked really well on this rug. But on this rug, the battery was starting to die. So you're going to see here in a second that I grab out a large, clean broom to give it a really good scrub and really help get all the soap all over into the fibers to give it time to really do its job.
'Cause you don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes sense.
Now, like any cleaner, I know it doesn't look that way because of the power of editing, but I like to let it sit for a good 30 minutes before I come back out with the power washer to rinse it dry. And you're gonna wanna rinse it really, really well. Try and get all that soap. You can see the water though coming off of this, how filthy, absolutely filthy it is. This may take a couple rounds of rinsing to get it to run like soap free and clear and everything, but take your time, rinse it really, really well, get everything off of it, and it's amazing how clean your rugs can look. And you guys know me, I've got 3 kids, we've got 2 dogs, like we're a large, busy family, and this makes a huge difference. I did bring out my carpet shampooer, but there is 0 solution in here, 0 water in here. I am purely soaking up any excess water, dirt, grime, anything like that. Once again, this is sped up very fast. You want to take this slow. You want to really, really get out as much moisture as possible. One, it'll have the rug dry a lot faster, but two, that water that's stuck in it most likely is nasty water. So you want to pull it out. But I'm always amazed at how good the rugs look after doing this. As much as I dread doing it and putting it off, it does make a massive, massive difference. But you can see that it doesn't take long for the tank to be telling me that it is full and I need to empty it. This definitely is something, like I said, you want to take slow. Usually that first pass is the first one that you're really going to be going back and forth emptying it. After I got through this front pass, I was able to do a second pass and not have to empty it nearly as often because most of the moisture was pulled out with that first one. And as you can see by looking at the pool, it was raining at this time. I was very thankful that I did this under our lanai and not on the driveway because this rain would have very much ruined a lot of the work that I got done. Now, I let that stay out there until the next day, but with that, I decided it would be a really good time to give the floors a really good vacuum and mopping. Just because you have a rug on it doesn't mean it doesn't get dirty under the rug. You're going to notice a lot of sand type residue that will make its way through your rugs. So being able to move the rug completely and give these floors a really good cleaning is always really nice. It always just makes the whole room feel a lot more clean and just, I don't know. I like this part of it. It just always feels really, really fresh. I did decide though, knowing that the rug was not going to be coming in right away, that I did want to put the room semi back together. Not exactly like it would go with the rug being in, but I still need to have room for the kids and us to hang out since we often will spend time together at night watching movies or anything like that. So the furniture is kind of put back in a weird way, not a way that I would normally do it. And actually, after living with it in this way, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. It felt so closed off, but I didn't want to move the love seat all the way back to the other side to know I'd have to move it right away again the next day to get the rug back into this room.
Because it's never worth a fight. Oh, nah, nah, oh, you're good with lies. Oh, nah, nah, wish I wasn't right. What a lovely mess you made.
Now into the kitchen. Yes, Papa John's. With Bobby being out of town, I will have to say I have been slacking on dinners because there's just some days that I'm like, I often don't really want a full-on dinner. And I don't know if any of you other people that have significant others, if you're the husband that cooks normally or the wife that cooks normally, no matter what it is, I don't know about you, but when my husband is out of town, if I'm not hungry, I will often just do something easy. If that's a frozen pizza for the kids and I make myself a salad or some eggs or a grilled cheese or something like that. I still cooked a good amount of the time, but there were definitely days that I'm like, I just don't feel like cooking. And when Bobby's out of town, I feel like that is my time to take a break and not feel guilty about it. And let's be real, the kids were stoked about getting pizza since nowadays with the cost of fast food and everything, we do not eat out often at all. It's just crazy expensive. So they were definitely excited about getting pizza from Papa John's.
Don't know when you left your phone. I saw. You don't know that I know what's going on, but I saw. Whoa,
So, if you didn't know or aren't following us over on our family vlog channel, Cambria and Bobby, Thursday's video is going to give you the first input on the secret we've been keeping and the big surprise. So, if you don't follow us over there, you definitely should, because, yeah, Thursday we are putting up that video. Otherwise, Friday's video, I will also be talking about it here on my channel. Well, I'm doing Freya's princess room makeover, which, by the way, turned out so cute. And she has been absolutely obsessed with it. It was a lot of fun. She helped me with pretty much all of it because she was just so, excited about it. I swear, every time I sat down just to take a little bit of a break, she was on me like, all right, Mom, what about my bed now? What about this now? What about that now? She just wanted it all done right away, straight to the point. Here you can see I'm just quickly wiping everything down. I did quickly show kind of what I do with my Pine Sol solution because I often get questions about using it as a multi-purpose cleaner and how I make it. So as you can see, I really just eyeball it. I go mainly off of the color of the water of where I want it to be. I do know it does say on the back of the bottle a bunch of different measurements depending on how you want to use it. So if you ever question it, check the back of the bottle. It has, like I said, pretty much for whatever you want. It will show you for multi-purpose cleaner, for whatever you want, the exact measurements back there.
A zero-sum game that I will lose. There's no zipping past it. Every time you walk away from me, I want you. How could I want you more? Or when did I lose my perspective?
All right, so it's the next day. I have to work in Bjorn's room, but I want to do a quick overview because I always tell people I don't clean my kids' rooms regularly. I actually have not been in this room in 2 weeks. Is it perfect? No, but considering he's 8, it's not that bad. He does a pretty good job. But yesterday he misplaced his tablet. We looked all day, and I finally just was like, you know what? The only way we're going to find it is if I come in here and clean it. I haven't been in here in 2 weeks anyway. I opened his closets and noticed that's what it looks like. It's not the end of the world, but I'm just gonna tidy up his closet. What's this side look like? Okay, not the end of the world, but could be better. So that is what I'm gonna work on today, is this room, and hopefully, cross my fingers, I find his tablet. That one over there is his old tablet. So we'll see.
I've lost you. I keep on looking for you.
So I am a firm believer that kids should help out around the house. I think it is so important, and this is coming from me who I love being a homemaker. I love taking care of my family and doing all of these things. But I still just think it is really, really important to give kids responsibilities. But with that, I do like to come into the kids' rooms and give it a quick cleaning every once in a while and a good reset. I remember being a kid, and I have not always been a super clean and organized person. That has come with age, time, practice, lots of practice and patience. So I remember that time being a kid and just being so overwhelmed that there are days that I like coming in here and just giving it this quick freshening up. Kids don't pay as much attention to detail like we do as parents. So coming in here and I'll be honest, I don't know what was going on with these hangers. They were all over the place, hanging everywhere. But just giving it a really good reset for the kids, I enjoy doing every once in a while. But we do have the rule of the kids take care of their spaces. They also have chores around the house other than just their bedrooms. Often unloading and reloading the dishwasher. I will do it usually once a day, either in the morning or at night, wherever it lands that it needs to get done. And then the rest of the day, the kids handle it. When it comes to feeding the dogs, the kids handle that. And often taking care of the animals outside, they help me with that as well. So I never want to overwhelm them with chores in the house, especially since they spend all day at school. So when they get back from school, I'm not looking for them to do a bunch of things. Before school, I know I've had a couple people be like, oh, your kids should make their bed before going to school. I am so not a morning person, and neither are my children. So with that, I never make them make their bed before school, ever. I think it is way more important for them to get that extra 15 minutes of sleep or just time to wake up than worrying about their bed being made. So that is always something that I have them worry about after school. And it's just always been a thing in our house. I know for some people it's like the kids get up, they do this, they do that. Yeah, I think our days would be a lot more hectic if I didn't allow them just that little bit of extra time to sleep in the morning. Like I said, I'm not a morning person, and if I often need that time to sit on the couch, drink my coffee, watch the news before doing anything, I kind of feel like if I need it, I should let my kids have it as well.
I'm starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we're wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the
So I decided a lot of these toys the kids have in their room, they almost never play with. So I wanted to put them in the bins on the top shelf. And I'm doing this because I want to see what actual toys they ask for and which ones they're not. They're really good at decluttering, but they're kids. They still get really attached to certain things. So I figured this was a good way to kind of go through their things and see what really mattered to them. They also just had some things that did not belong in these bins, so I wanted to take them out. But that is what I'm doing here. I am just putting all of these in the bigger bins that go on top of their closet. And then as they play with stuff and I can see what they're actually using, I'm going to be putting them in these empty bins. That way we can really take inventory of what the kids need or don't need. I think kids often have way more toys than they actually play with and actually need. So I try and stay on top of it. Now, there are certain things my kids love. They love their stuffies. My boys have way more stuffies than they probably need, as well as Freya. But when it comes to Legos or random things like that, I like to really figure out what are things that they are actually playing with. Now, there are certain things that I know they play with on a regular basis. Their little Nerf guns, their arrow set. There's certain things that I kept lower, knowing that they pretty much grab on a daily basis.
alone. I met you in the
Doing this, though, definitely made a huge difference in their closet. You're going to see here in a little bit the after of this room, and just spending, I think it was maybe 30 minutes that I spent in their room while they were at school, just massively changed the way the room feels. And I know they always have an easier time keeping up with the room after something like this. I was excited though because I had extra large bins, the blue bins that are on top of their closet, and these beds are just high enough that they fit underneath the beds. So I am definitely going to use that as additional storage. There's certain things, mainly like on their desk, that get super like messy and cluttered, and they don't use it all the time. So I wanted to like be able to put it somewhere else. So really excited to find that all I had to do was grab a couple of those bins, and then I was able to fit it under the bed instead of right here in the center. So that's going to be like, they had pillows for their gaming chairs that they don't normally use, but they use sometimes. Extra cords and cables and headsets and things like that. The things they don't grab for all the time. I wanted to make sure that things like their homework or books that they read, things like that, were more easily accessible, and these other things that they don't grab for on a regular basis are still in their room, but not as much in the way, crowded, messy.
Yeah, 'cause you must trust me. I can never do you wrong. I take a bullet for you. If I lose you, I would not know what to do. I've fallen for you hopelessly. Remember the things that you told me. They got me moving forward. And all the times that we disagreed just cut my respect deeper. I'm feeling that we are something really, oh, special when I look back on us. It's starting to sink in, don't want it to be misunderstood. Rolling in the deep, don't want to break this. 'Cause you must trust me.
Here's his room now. Bedding's getting washed. This is all cleaned up. This is more organized. I like that those bins fit under the bed because that's stuff they don't grab for, but we don't want to get rid of. So them fitting nicely like that works really well. And then the stuff they actually grab for being here. Closet is obviously back to being manageable. A lot better. And then I put and didn't really organize those toys up there for a reason. I never see them play with them, ever. So my thought is the stuff they grab for is down here. And if they don't grab for that in the next 6 months, I'm going to make them very, very seriously go through it. I don't think they're missing that. But kids are more attached, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just putting it out of sight, out of mind, and we'll see if they missed it. If they didn't, I can just get rid of those 2 bins.
Someone help me catch my breath again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible? Possible. How could we let love go? How could we move on? Move on.
So moving into Freya's room, her room really was not that bad at all. I just did a real basic tidying up. She is actually usually pretty good at keeping her room clean, and she enjoys keeping her room clean. But one big thing that always ends up is the girl likes to wear a million outfits. Actually, it's funny. So she will either wear the same outfit for multiple days in a row, or she'll have like 3 outfit changes in one day. Kind of depends on her mood. But with that, that means there's often clothes laying around because it's one thing she can't put away herself. So I wanted to just come in and hang up these clothes and get them all back up. But also I wanted to strip her bed and clean her bed. I knew the very next day that I was going to be starting on her room makeover, and that is always easier to do when you're working in a clean space. So getting it clean on this day saved me time the next day.
Are you saying that to change your mind? Well, have a pity, let me know. Nah, nah.
just want to give a big thanks to everyone that watches my videos all the way to the end. You guys are amazing, and I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I know I say that a lot, but I also feel like I can't say it enough to get like past how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Definitely leave me a comment down below. If you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe, but otherwise, I'll see you Friday. Bye.